So now we are recording the TRIZtalks chapter 33 on the TRIZ Mastery Hub. So we should see all the participants now dropping in.
Okay.
As you can see on the participants list.
Yes.
Right now we have 8 participants on the list.
True. Including us.
Including us, yes. There should be some more.
Yes.
Because there's signed
Hi, Professor Arvind.
a lot more. So
yes, okay. People are joining.
People are joining in. So I just wait for probably another minute.
Yes, sure.
I already started to share the screen, and then I give the word to you, Sandeep, so you can say something then.
Sure.
So now you should see my first slide, which is just, I just put 2 slides for the TRIZtalks up in front just to inform the people a little bit about this format here.
Yes, perfect.
So, okay, we now have 13 participants already in the call. Those participants that already know the Circle communication platform here, so the Circle live rooms, they will wonder that they cannot say anything here, but this is just this live stream. And we have chosen for the TRIZtalks to go for the live stream because then we can have up to 200 people. So just from chapter 33 on, TRIZ Asia said, okay, we will move to TRIZ Mastery Hub. So I'm very thankful to Sandeep and PV that they made this possible. It is then still free for everybody as long as the people have a free TRIZ Mastery Hub login that is required, so you can join in. And it will be hosted as a live stream, so we have up to 200 people possibility, but only co-hosts can talk to each other with audio and video. So just Sandeep and I can talk and share a screen. And the participants are just few only, so you can only use the chat and use the question and answer. The good thing about this live stream is that you also have a backstage. So if you are a one-time presenter, you will have first a backstage, and only if you go live with the stream, all the other participants will also see it. And it will be also automatically recorded, and the recording will then be attached to this event on the space, TRIZtalks space. So the whole presentation will be available for everybody to look at. So the recording will be available in the TRIZtalks space. You just have to go to the past events in that space. And Sandeep and PV will also make it available on YouTube afterwards.
Right.
So if you have any questions, please use then the question and answers icon. So this is the icon with the question mark. So you can, in a presentation, type your questions there, and after the presentation, we will look through all those questions and try to answer them. Sometimes people will have problems to hear the audio or see the video, and this is often also solved for people that have the problem in their company because the company has a firewall that does not allow outside streams to enter on the company. They will install normally the Circle app, which is a very nice small app for the mobile phone or for the tablet, and you will not have the problems there on this app. Also, I have a second sheet here on how the live stream works. You see the icon bar on the lower side. You have here audio and video settings. Also, you can report any problems then to Circle, so please do so if you encounter any problems, so that Circle can improve the quality of this platform. Also, you see how your connection quality is. You can raise hand, but probably there's no need for it right now to raise hand, because I'll ask you, please do put your questions in the question and answer. So also, if you're a presenter, you can turn up and down, mute your microphone, you can toggle the camera, and you can share the screen or window. So this just applies to you if you're a presenter. For participants, please use the chat for the communication and use the question and answer to ask your questions that are then resolved after the presentation. You also see then the number of participants in the call. Right now we have 15 participants, and you can toggle also the view of the presentation. So where you want us to see on the top or on the left, you can toggle that there. And I hope you won't use the right button and leave the session. I hope it will be interesting enough for you then to see here everything. Okay, good. For that, Sandeep, I just give the word to you, and then I'll start my presentation.
Thank you, Robert. Okay. So I hope my voice is clear.
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, the participants who have joined all across the world. We really appreciate your concern, and gradually we have come down to our 33rd chapter of TRIZtalks. Of course, today we have Dr. Robert Adulka, who is a TRIZ master, and we have actually moved to a better platform by his offering, and he permitted us to use his platform. And here you will not be able to attend these TRIZ talks, but you will also get lot of information on the TRIZ and happenings in the TRIZ with respect to Matriz official and other TRIZ experts also. And there are, of course, there are two kind of membership. What I can see is one free membership, other the paid. Nevertheless, in free membership also, we have a lot of things to get good insights on TRIZ. Thank you for that, Robert. And
You're
without
welcome.
taking much time, I would request you to introduce yourself first and then continue with your today's topic.
Okay, so for myself, so who am I? I'm Robert Adunka, one of the two TRIZ masters we'll have here in Germany. The other one is Oliver Meyer, and well, I was working for Siemens as an engineer, doing invention disclosures on electromechanical switching devices. So that was my field of expertise there. And I was working also for Invention Machine before, and on the design methodology chair at the University of Erlangen-Nuremberg. So in all this time, TRIZ was something that was always beside me and always was helping me to come up with good ideas and to find innovative ideas. 2 years ago, Wittgenstein asked me to do a workshop on TRIZ and generative AI. And I said yes to this workshop, even as I didn't have any plan how to lecture this. But I had in mind that I want to do it because I was very fond of this ChatGPT 3.0. It was by that time. Um, no, it was 3.5. Um, and I wanted to use the generative AI then for the TRIZ tools. So I started to embark on that. I had a lot of talks with Tanasak at that time, who just gave out his example of prompt version 2.0. So, and we were talking back and forth. We were improving the prompts for TRIZ, and that is how I ended up with TRIZ and generative AI. And that is how I learned about the whole thing and how I started to improve the prompts that I also want to share with you now. How this learning journey was for me to embark on this TRIZ and generative AI. So first of all, we will cover these topics. What do we mean by generative AI? Which tools can be used for our work then, and what can be used then together with TRIZ? Then we will ask ourselves, okay, what is the prompt engineering and how does this help me? And the last question would be then, how can I learn more about all this if the whole thing is interesting for you? So first of all, let's look at what do we mean by generative AI. Um, Generally speaking, people speak of three types of artificial intelligence. So there is artificial intelligence, which refers to a software that can perform tasks that normally require a human thought. So for problem solving, speech recognition, translation. So the whole goal of the AI research is to develop machines that can learn independently and adapt to new situations, and with that imitate then human-like intelligence. Up till now, we just encounter narrow AI. Also, if it looks like they are quite intelligent, they are not. So they are better than humans in some repetitive tasks, but they do not deal with new tasks in different contexts. They cannot learn and carry out intellectual tasks. So this is quite a problem for AI. So we're just in this narrow AI area, ChatGPT and all those things that are not general AI or super AI. Super AI is something that exceeds then our capabilities as human, which can also understand feelings and needs and beliefs and desires. So this is something then like this evil artificial intelligence in Terminator and something like that, and those science fiction movies. So general AI and super AI we do not have right now. Those are then those artificial intelligence from the science fiction stories. So, but what do we have? We have those generative AI in ChatGPT. And if you see the Gartner hype cycle for the artificial intelligence in 2025, you see, okay, it is in the drought of disillusionment. So people were hyping generative AI like those ChatGPT and Claude. But now they realize, okay, there are so many problems that we have with it. We have those hallucinations, we have bad stuff coming out of the generative AI. People believe everything AI is saying, saying, but it's not very helpful. So they get disillusioned by that, but in 2 or 5 years, we should be through this drought there and should go onto this slope of enlightenment and to the plateau of productivity. So people are using AI, but they are learning that it cannot do everything. So it is there for some special uses and can be used to a lot of applications, and people that can use AI will definitely have a advantage over those people that do not use AI. So what is generative AI? We're just talking about ChatGPT normally, which is a text input and text or picture output. Because DALL-E, so the picture generative AI of OpenAI, is also included into ChatGPT since I think ChatGPT 4, something like that. So, but normally what we use is the text-to-text AI. But what are all the others? So we have Midjourney for pictures, Suno for music, Runway, Synthesia for video generation. So if you're interested in the newest development in general in generative AI, there is that Taft homepage, which is the abbreviation for there's an AI for that. So there you have thousands of different AI apps and tools that you can investigate. But just let's look in some of those AI products that we have here on the slide. So which tools can we use here in our work? So Midjourney gives us text to picture. So here is the prompt that I did yesterday with Midjourney. So the prompt just was giving a TRIZ specialist solving a difficult technical problem. So it gives me now those 4 pictures of a person that is trying to solve a problem. So, and I can then change the picture. I can say, okay, vary the picture, which is very helpful for most of my presentations now, because with those pictures, there are no copyrights with it, so you can use them freely. Suno is, I don't know if you're knowing it, is going from text to music. So my text prompt was, I have here TRIZ Asia conducts TRIZtalks chapter 33 with presenter Roberto Dunca, who speaks of TRIZ and generative AI, the lessons he learned in a steep journey. So what does Suno? If I give him that text prompt, it generates lyrics and then also gives me out a song. So just let's hear the song. Steep climbing the shadows of the sky, learning curves that twist and multiply. Every fall whispers keep asking why. Thoughts like rivers that carve the stone, ideas spark where the unknowns grow. TRIZ and AI hold the key to the lessons we find in complexity. One seek journey, but the view is clear. Innovation lies when the mind is near. So this song goes on. So it is a little bit of a problem because I cannot attach the audio of my presentation to this. So I had to have the song presented via my iPad. So it's a little bit from the sound, it probably wasn't that good, but you get you get the point, okay? It generates lyrics, it generates a song, and it is quite a nice little small song that is generated there. So this is generative AI from text to music. So here, also I have that same TRIZ prompt, TRIZ specialist solving a difficult technical problem, which was created from this text, a video. This was done 2024, and you can see the problems that they that Runway had here. So for the generator, it wasn't clear where the system starts and the hand ends. So it is some hallucination there. I yesterday did another video by Runway. So you see it is much better in not doing something like the previous version. And this is just the free version, okay? There are much better models behind it, but you have to pay for that. It's just for you to see what it is all about. Also on Synthesia, I generated a video which I'd probably go for the home page. So
welcome to the TRIZ Consulting Group, the experts in the theory of inventive problem solving. We help our customers to come up with great ideas on technical problems and learn them to make that an experience they are able to reproduce.
So it was not quite synchronous because I had to go to my iPad to show you that, to give you the sound. Also, I did then yesterday here this one on the TRIZtalks chapter.
Welcome to Chapter 33 of the TRIZtalks conducted by the TRIZ Association of Asia. Your presenter today will be Robert Adunka, who will speak about TRIZ and generative AI.
So you see, with an avatar, you can generate such videos, but you can also have that one. You can generate a avatar from yourself. So I uploaded here an HeyGen video of myself that was shot in a nice surrounding. So you see Altschul in the background. And I gave it yesterday some text to speak. So my avatar should talk for me. Hello, my name is Robert Adunka, and I want to talk today about trees and generative AI. Since 2024, I am embarked on the mission to make the method easy to use with the help of generative artificial intelligence. Join me on that mission and learn what is possible. So it was probably also not quite lip synchronous, but you get the idea. You see here also on the German website from TRIZ Consulting Group, there is a video from YouTube that was shot in German, and I had it with HeyGen transferred to a video in English language. So you can also do then Chinese or Hindu or whatever language you want to have it, and it will synchronize your lips. It just gets problem if you move your hands over your lips or something like that. So because then it sets the lips in front of the hand and the hand disappears when doing this synchronization. So you can just go to the website and look at these examples. So for sharing of all this and to have yourself a look, I just paste all the links to what I just showed you into the chat, and you can try for yourself. Okay. So what else can we do with generative AI? Writing apps, writing code. So this is text to code. Here we have Günter Struck, who is an engineer from Siemens, and he was caring about his mother because his mother is a more elderly person. So he tried to phone her several times a day to be sure that she is okay. So he thought, okay, it wouldn't it be nice if her mobile phone that she carries around all the time would just inform me if it is not carried around anymore. So probably then she has a problem. She's lying on the floor or something like that. So he said that would be a nice app to have. So he tried to program that app. So he bought a book on programming and tried to read it and tried to learn how to program, but it didn't work out. Then he told me, okay, then ChatGPT 4.0 came out, and he got himself a pro account on that, and together with ChatGPT, he learned to program. So he let the software programs, he let ChatGPT program that app. And therefore, now he has on Google Play Store this Care SMS app, which sends himself a SMS as soon as the mobile phone of his mother is not moved for 3 hours or something like that. So he warns him and says him, okay, now call your mother. I also tried what is also called vibe coding, because it's like you just have the feeling for it and then you try to code it. I don't know Java script, so I'm normally code in Python or in Swift, but JavaScript I do not touch my hands on. So but I said, okay, it would be nice to have that heat map that we have as an Excel file also on the web. So I vibe coded this TRIZ tool, the TRIZ matrix analyzer, as you can see here. You can switch between English and German language. You can go to the select view, where you just have the improving and worsening parameters, which is good for mobile viewing. Or you use the desktop view, where you say, okay, we'll take this and this. So this is the improving parameters. Those are the worsening parameters. You see here is 18, 15, 90, 29, 33. 34, the inventive principles. Here we have 15, 17, 14. So it calculates some and says, okay, inventive principle 15 would be the better one. And so dynamization is explained with a lot of examples here. Also, you can switch to the matrix 2003, and you can do the same thing here. So, and the whole JavaScript page, it was vibe coded. So I cannot code JavaScript, but well, let ChatGPT do it for me. So I have the idea of what I want to see, so I let him do it. Also here, very nice is the heat map, where we turn that search upside down and say, okay, in which box do we have inventive principle number 1, 15, and 13 together? And you see 1, 15, 13 will solve the improving adaptability and the productivity worsening feature, as soon as trainability and volume of moving objects. So those contradictions are solved with those inventive principles the best. So this is turning the matrix upside down. So, well, as I said, I didn't know how to code, but with the help of generative AI, I can code. You shouldn't do this with life critical issues, but with an app like this, if it gets out a wrong inventive principle, so what? So we can deal with that here. So that's what you can do with those generative AI. You can write code, you can generate music, you can generate pictures, you can generate videos. That means generative AI. But for most of our TRIZ tools, what do we use? We just need those generative AI in the form of a large language model. So we use OpenAI, ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Microsoft Bing, Anthropic Claude, DeepSeek, Mistral, LeChat. And this helps us to analyze and create our texts. So, and this could be inspire us and give us new inventions, or give us some insights on our system that we can better analyze. So we use large language models together with our TRIZ tools, with all the TRIZ methods. So how do we do that? We use prompt engineering. So what is prompt engineering and how does it help me? So I ask again, ChatGPT, what is prompt engineering? I first had a ChatGPT 4 answer, but I think the ChatGPT 5 answer is now much more smarter to that. So it says prompt engineering is the practice of designing and refining inputs, so these prompts that you put into ChatGPT to get the most useful, accurate, and relevant output from the language model. It's about controlling how the model responds by carefully choosing wording, structure, and context. So this is very important. When I first tried to use ChatGPT, I was using it like I used Google, or I just wrote one line that what I want to have. And then talking to Tanasak and realizing that you need to have much more context to give it a role model and all that stuff. And then my prompts were better and better. And for the 9 windows, so the 9-screen approach, the system operator, my prompt for the system operator was then in the end 1.5 pages long. So what are the techniques that you use here for doing good prompting? You use clear, specific phrasing instead of vague questions. You give a step-by-step instruction. You include examples in the prompt, so that is named then one-shot, few-shot prompting, and you assign also roles or perspectives. So that could help you, for instance, if you do perception mapping to get different perceptions out of different directions from different people, or if you try to come up with ideas and you assign different roles to it, like a biologist, a chemist, Albert Einstein, Tony Stark, so you can use those role models to generate other and different ideas, and you come up with much more and more interesting ideas than you normally would get from a normal chat if you just use it normally. So the goal of all this prompt engineering is to steer the model's behavior and increase then the chance of getting the response you actually want. And so that's the way, that's where we try to refine and do more and better prompting every time we use it, and do a little tweaks on those prompts. So as a warning, if we use those ChatGPT, Mistral, Google Gemini, generative AI, the large language models, is not to be used like a search engine like Google. It only produces texts that sound right to it. So if the text sounds good, then it's good for the large language model, because that is what they are for, to produce texts that sound good. So they sound good for the large language model that just produce the text. And therefore, the output of the AI can be wrong. It is not that it is artificial intelligence, that it's so intelligent. It just guesses words. And those words can be wrong. So it just can make up a story. Therefore, you should use the AI as an aid. So to take the suggestions, adapt it, modify it, and if you want to take an idea, you have always to check the results for the correctness. If you want to use it before using it, check it for correctness. So my approach in AI-supported TRIZ method is you want first to define your tasks. So the tasks that should be accomplished, it must be defined. Then we choose the method that we want to go with, and then we use the method. And first, I would suggest fill it out by hand. Just do it the method by hand first, because then you avoid what's normally happening if you use too much of generative AI. It is called cognitive offloading. So you give your brain to the generative AI and let it decide. But if you at first try to do it by hand, you know what you want to achieve and what the outcome should be. And then you go into surveys, web research, patent research, and generative AI use. And then you can push the AI into the direction you want to have it, because you already know, you filled out by hand, what you want to achieve. And therefore, it's much more helpful in that way, using it in that way. So, as I said, we now have a prompt library, and Tanasak did the version 3.0 then together with me. It is on ResearchGate, a document, a PDF, a Word file that you can download, and it was already downloaded over 7,000 times. And I think that is awesome. It is awesome for a TRIZ publication to have over 7,000 rates. So this was version 3.0 of TRIZ and generative AI example of prompt. So it's a collection of different prompts for the different TRIZ tools. So you just go into this paper, you select the prompt that you want to use, you copy the prompt, you put it into the ChatGPT or into another large language model, and you can work with it. Okay, wonderful. We will see how it works. So here, just the prompt is copied into ChatGPT for a system operator. You see the last part of the system operator. As I said, it was around 1.5 pages, the system operator prompt. And before that, if you ask ChatGPT 3.5, do me a nine screen approach, it gave you bullshit. If you use then this 1.5 pages prompt, it gave you what you wanted to have. So super system, subsystem, past, present, and future. So it's the easiest way to use this prompt library, just to copy those prompts from the text. So these are 100 pages of text. So just copy it out of there, put it into a large language model, and you can use it. And those prompts are still working wonders, even with ChatGPT 5 and the newer models. So, but you have done a lot of effort of copying and pasting. So therefore, Jens Träger and Tanasak, they had made up some customized ChatGPTs where you already have this prompt in the background. So you just go to the GPT and can use the prompt there. So those are then those customized ChatGPT. So I have my innovative product, the trend of engineering system evolution, resource analysis, root cause analysis, different GPTs, but they are all on the basis of the prompts that were described in this paper. So after that, I formed the group CCTOP, which stands for Creative and Collaborative TRIZ Open Prompt Project, because I wanted to have a good prompt for the 40 inventive principles, because I saw that 40 inventive principles were just used with the top line, but not the sub-principles, they weren't used. And out of this group, Dr. Jens Träger from Germany, he set up a GitHub project for further development of those TRIZ prompts. And he aligned the versioning of the GitHub project with Tanasak's example of prompt. So we now have from those 3.0 a new version 4.0 that was released on the 5th of August. And you can download the whole prompt library from that version with the given link here. Or you can wait also for the paper from Tanasak. He will include all those prompts into his paper example of prompt version 4.0. So, but you also can go to the GitHub project and download the prompts there. So what did Jens do here? He has those 3 values of the prompt engineering project that we do there. It is the structure. We switched from this more prosaic version that Tanasak used in version 3.0 to an XML prompt format that follows a special structure. We also put a MIT license to it that everybody can use now. These prompts, it just has to refer to us. You can use it, change it. So there is an MIT license with each of those prompts, and we can have this collaboration due to this GitHub repository. So we can have a real collaboration. You can use GitHub and download those prompts. You can work on these prompts, and you can upload the new version of the prompt, and it's versioned within the GitHub project. So this is for everybody that likes to also work on those prompts together with our group. Then you're welcome. You just write Jens Träger an email, He's also on the TRIZ Mastery Hub. You can also give him a direct message here. So how are those new prompts now structured? You have the XML prologue, which just says, okay, this is XML format. Then you have that license block where this MIT license will be described. Then you have the metadata, which is used if you want to do a customized GPT. So there is some information what to do there. And then you have the instructions. And the instructions are this part that you need to have for use with the large language models. So it is just like in an HTML file, you have an opening of the instructions and you have a closing of the instructions. And what is in between is then the actual prompt. So, and you just then go to the GitHub project and you copy this whole prompt and you can use it then, okay? If we just go to the GitHub project, here, just open the page. Now this is the page. Now you see now you see here it's XML version 1.0, and then there is the MIT license, and then there's the metadata, and there starts the instructions. So you just can go and copy this instructions, and this is for ideality, the prompt. So it's this part, and then you just go here to one of the models you would like to use, like ChatGPT. You paste in these instructions, hit enter, and you're good to go. We can start another one, like we can do Mistral Chat, which is a French chatbot. Same pasting, same instructions. And now it says, okay, here given the I say in English, please. So you can read it too. So here it is in English. So I say, okay, a mousetrap. So, and it will guide me through the steps that are described here. So increase ideality of the mousetrap, or here it gives it in English again. Give me ideality of mousetrap. So you see, it does what the prompt is asking it. Reduce or eliminate harmful effects, increase useful functions or benefits, maintain or reduce resource usage, add new useful functions, and gives me an ideal version of the mousetrap. So I also can then add if there's some other goals I want to achieve. Here also, what is happening? Reduce or eliminate harmful effects, increase useful functions and benefits, maintain or reduce resources, add new useful functions. You see, both large language models, they do quite the similar thing. So you can use the same prompt then for each of those large language models. So this is then the instruction part that we have here in those GitHub project, in those prompts here. So let's come to an end here. So how can I learn a little bit more about all these things? Is at the AI TRIZ Level 1 course here on TRIZ Mastery Hub. So it is the certification according to TRIZ Level 1, according to the Matrix official, which is included in this course, and there will be also then the new Matrix official certificate on AI TRIZ be included as soon as it launched. So Matrix official is talking about how to certify AI and TRIZ, because we think that it is a combination that is very powerful, and if you start using AI together with those TRIZ methods, after a few weeks, I think you won't use TRIZ without AI anymore. Also, on the GitHub project, if you want to also format your prompts like we do on the GitHub project, there's a prompt format guide there that helps you to format your guide, your prompts. And with this formatting in this XML structure, we found out that those prompts are much stronger than they were before in the version 3.0. There is also for members of TRIZ Mastery Hub a recorded workshop, a 2-hour workshop with Jens Träger here on TRIZ Mastery Hub, where he explains how to work with GitHub and how to work with the environment that is there to upload new versions of prompts and to download other prompts from other people then. And then last but not least are all those free learning things that you can have from OpenAI or from learnprompting.org or from Google, where you can really learn prompt engineering. This is then a skill that helps you in all different a whole lot of different things then, not only in TRIZ. And we also have then a link list here on the TRIZ consulting group. So it is here on the English website about TRIZ, AI and TRIZ. You have here the different large language models where you can learn a little bit more. So it's a little more detailed than the one that I just shown you. And then what we have to offer here is here, and then further interesting links like the Pro Fund from Simon DeWolf or Tana Sachs page here. If you go to tools level 1, we will include the prompts here also. I started to do this here in the German version of it. There are AI agents for the different tools. So I just have to put those then also onto the English platform, or you have it also on the TRIZ Mastery Hub, where you can go in the free resources. So it's free for everybody. Free resources. You go there, you just ask for the GBT, and you will see here TRIZ level 2 methods, TRIZ level 1 method on ChatGPT. You can use here, let's do the ideality once more. You can go here and you'll have then the ideality GPT here. So it's already this prompt that I have shown you, just I copied and put into the ChatGPT. It is already here behind it. And you can say, okay, mousetrap ideality. And it should come up with the same thing, because it's the same prompt. And you see, reduce and eliminate harmful effects, increase useful functions, maintain and reduce resources, add new functions, just as we had before. Okay, so this is then a whole list of different tools where we have this prompt already within a GPT. So it's ready to use. You do not have to copy and paste it. You just can go there. And you will find it in a few free resources. Just select GPTs and you will find all those GPTs then here that you can use. Okay. with that, that was my presentation on my learning journey on TRIZ and AI, how I used it to come up with good prompts that can help me to use my TRIZ methods better. So I hope you enjoyed that. And if you have any questions, I'm open to any questions now. Use the chat or the question and answer section, please.
Thank you, Dr. Robert. It was a wonderful presentation, and we got many what even the material which would be directly useful for ideation.
Yeah.
Of course, with the basic knowledge of TRIZ would always help to take maximum advantage of it. But still, you have given a plethora of tools, and that would be very like ready to use kind of stuff. I appreciate.
Yeah, they're ready to use. You just go there and use it.
Yeah,
But when you start to use then the prompts yourself, you're also looking into it and you're trying to tweak them into a direction that is more useful than for yourself. So I found out that those prompts that we did on the GitHub and Tanasak and Jens did, they tried to have prompts that give you all the stuff at once. And for myself, I started um, to rewrite those prompts so that with every step, I have the chance to give the AI some more information about it. So it's more than a chat between me and the AI, and it guides me through the method. It helps me through the method, but I always can say, no, 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 please do something else here, do something else here. So we go step by step in there. So
right.
that's also very nice.
So we have a question from Professor Arvind.
Yeah.
Would you, should I read it for you?
Yeah. We can spotlight it here.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect.
How would AI tools and AI image generation tools be useful in TRIZ education in a university classroom? Good question. AI tools I use a lot as with those prompts. So I also use them in the university course. I tell the students where to find those prompts so they can use it with the application of TRIZ. AI image generation. I had so bad images generated by students for their inventions. So they try to invent something new. For instance, a new a cooking pot. But the idea of the students always was then to combine cooking pot with mobile phone. So everything has to be combined with mobile phone. And they brought then a picture of cooking pot together with mobile phone, and wasn't that good. So up till now, image generation, we also try to use it within the 76 standard solution prompt. Does not give too good solution that you can really use as a new innovation or in a product. But it's good for easy images, just like the images to on your presentation, something like that. So to show something, it's quite good. So there I use image generation, and I say I want to have a picture of a knife, so I can show them something. So I do not have to download anything from the web where I don't know how the copyright is. So I just use a generated image, and I don't have the problem anymore. Also for the books that we are publishing through TRIZ Consulting Group. I hope this was answered by that. I just mark this then as answered.
Yes.
So are there any other questions?
There are some praises for you. Then that is in chat.
Yeah, in the chat.
No question. Yes.
Okay, there we have a question from Genda in the chat. When a person gives the prompt on ChatGPT for a problem statement versus going through TRIZ AI prompt, what is the difference in the quality of output or speed or accuracy? When we use your prompt as ready-made prompt, then how is it different than me preparing first, as suggested in one of the slides, and then giving the prompt? I would do both. As also one of my teachers said, if given a choice, take both. Okay. I say just use that hands-on work as a starter, and then you go to AI, use a prompt or use the prompt that you you prepared to come up with another solution or to give you a little bit more insight. But the point is that if you do not try to do it yourself, then you are in danger that you accept everything that the AI does. So it for yourself, and that you do not go into the danger of cognitive offloading, it's better to use also hands-on practice and do hands-on practice on those TRIZ tools, and then use AI to improve it. So, but it has to go together. So they're helping each other. So the TRIZ method helps us to get better prompts, and the prompts helped us to get better AI results in the TRIZ methods if we use them. Okay, good. Kenda, I hope this was answered. If not, just ask a little bit deeper in detail. Payman has a question on the chat. I have been using artificial intelligence, especially Gemini 2.5 Pro, for some time to learn the process of problem solving with TRIZ. Instead of solving the problem all at once, I placed the AI in the role of a TRIZ professor and step by step follow its Socratic questions towards the solution. Has such an approach ever been examined within the TRIZ communities? I think just Tanasak said once he wanted to do something like that, to have also a TRIZ learning platform that has all the information of TRIZ in it, so that you can go into questioning the paper. And I also did it with the Trends of Engineering System Evolution. I have a GBT where I uploaded the book Trends of Engineering System Evolution so that you can chat with the book. So, and you can also ask then this in this chat to just help you to learn this thing. So it has to ask questions. So that is I think a very good usage. Also, we should teach our children how, if we teach them how to use AI, that it could help you to learn, not that you just give it the task to write your text, which is not very good for your learning, but you give it the text and tell them that it should criticize it, or you give it the information that you want to learn and tell it to ask me, be my tutor. So this is a very, very good way to use those ChatGPT and those large language models for a learning journey. So very good use there. Tanasak did it, and sometimes I also do it for improving of text and that stuff. So you have to ask those large language models to be more critical on you, because if you do not do it, then it will just say something that is nice. Okay. So we have another question here in the question and answer. Is AI currently used for selecting the correct inventive principles for the IP for any problem solving? Yes, we tried to do this. Jens Träger, in his GBT, if you try this GBT, it tries to select the 40 IPs. But we found out that every new model, so going from a 4 to 4.0 to 4 to 5, has to have the Altshuler matrix in a different format so that it can handle it. So first we had to use a comma separated version, then we had to use a text version, so we converted it to a text version so that it can better select the 40 inventive principles. And right now I think it should be something in between. So we should do with N8N AI assistants that if they the AI generated a technical contradiction, and we see that this is a good technical contradiction, so the user proves it that it's good technical contradiction, then the large language model could select the worsening and the improving feature. But at that point, we should then switch over to a Python program that should select out of the contradiction matrix the right inventive principles. So as I have shown you this TRIZ matrix analyzer, we should go into a small program that just selects us the right inventive principles and then gives back those numbers of the inventive principles to the large language model. So I think that would be a better use of it. And we will probably work in this direction in the future. So I'm going back to chat. There's Payman just said thanks. Do we have any other questions? Oh, Kenda, TRIZ helps us goes through systematic problem solving and innovation. AI goes through a neural network mode and more. Where and how does AI help decode the abstract principles to real-life solution, which would make sense? Oh. I don't know if I understood this correct, but it should be we just with this CC top group, we just made a list of those 40 inventive principles. So I can go back. So and this is the principle list from this GBT. Let's say explain IP1, so segmentation. So, and you see it has all the sub-principles of segmentation. And if you now have a problem that uses segmentation, just like, let's go with the mousetrap again. So what could we improve? So, okay, We go for effectiveness, higher catch rate, probably. Okay. I want to go for effectiveness, higher catch rate. Use IP1 to improve it. So because it recommends here some inventive principles that I do not want to use. Now, I found out in my technical contradiction, I want to use IP1. I came up with some ideas, but now I want to see what GPT can do for us here. So it's generating now inventive solutions from the usage of IP1. So for segmentation, for the effectiveness and higher catch rate. So it definitely goes into thinking mode. GPT-5 is now known as a hybrid model. And you see within the underlying question, the underlying GPT, we gave it the sub-principles and we said how to do it if we ask for using IP1, inventive principle 1, on this problem. So this is the outcome then when you use it, when you use a specialized prompt on this. If you just use this, I want to go for effectiveness, higher catch rate, and just use a normal chat window and say, okay, I want to go for effectiveness, higher catch rate. I have to off a mousetrap, use IP1. Probably I would say inventive principle 1 according to TRIZ to improve it. I never did it with GPT-5, but GPT-4 did just do the headline and not then the sub-principles. Now let's see what GPT-5 can do. So also here it goes into thinking. Okay, good. It's in German again. Please in English. So it generated again in English. So, but what you see, principle 1, it knows it is segmentation, split the system into independent parts and use them as a whole, becomes more effective. And it does a modular multi-chamber trap, segmented bait zones, so segment everything here. There's just 10 ideas on segmenting. It's just like brainstorming, segmenting, but it doesn't go into the sub-principles, as I guessed. And if you go to this list, then it gives you a lot more detail to it. So this is how you can then use your own better prompts to solve your problems. Okay, I hope this was answering your question. Do we have any more questions? If not, I think we are over time, Sandeep.
Yes, Dr. Robert.
So no problem with being over time, or?
Yeah, it's okay by 10 minutes in the interest of sharing the knowledge.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So then, but if there are not any more questions, then we just close this session now.
Correct.
With closing the session, also please write me how you found this format here, because we cannot talk to each other in this format, but we can have much more participants in this format if we just use circle rooms. We are just able to host for 40 participants. Well, with this presentation, it would have worked out, but for future,
Yes.
I think we want to go to 40 and more participants in such a call. And I think this live stream is quite good to handle that.
Right.
As soon as I close the stream and end the stream, it will be get saved on a Circle platform, and it will
Okay.
be attached to the event, the TRIZtalk Chapter 33 event. So if you
And
go
it will
to
be
the
accessible.
space, pardon?
It will be accessible immediately.
So it is then available for everybody. It's not like the special events on the TRIZ Mastery Hub, the special events on the TRIZ Mastery Hub. You have to join the live. The recording is then just for the members. Here at TRIZtalks, we said, okay, it should be available for everybody. So you just go to the past events, go onto this chapter 33, and you will have the recording there attached to it. And also,
Perfect.
Sandeep and PV will upload it then a few days later onto YouTube, because they can also download the recording from the Circle platform and can upload it again on YouTube. So it's then there also. So you have
Right.
then this talk on YouTube and on TRIZ Mastery Hub. So thanks a lot for coming to this presentation. And Sandeep, do you have something more to say? Next
Yes,
presentation?
a big thank you. Thank you to you, Dr. Robert, for providing this platform at the first place and delivering such an insightful session. And nevertheless, to all the participants. So, and thanks to TRIZ Consulting Group, then TRIZ Mastery Hub, Matriz Official, TRIZ Asia, and AISSMS College of Engineering. And by this, we'll say that today's session is over, but we are waiting again for chapter 34. And again, it will be on the last Friday of coming month. Yeah. So stay tuned, and it will be also reflected on this platform circles, as well as we'll be also sharing through WhatsApp and email ID. Now we have your email IDs, and you will be will be letting you know who is the next speaker on this chapter 34.
Thank you,
Thanks for being
Sandeep.
here. Yeah. With this, we declare that today's session is over. See you, Robert, soon.